Welcome back to Let's Play Birthright the Gorgon's Alliance. It's time to collect some taxes, including from many of these provinces in the Gorgon's crown that we have now laid claim to, invaded. On the previous turn, however, you probably was sitting laughing and shaking your heads and saying, "Oh no, don't do that, don't attack everywhere at the same time." But I did. And as a result, we've got this bugged out army, cannot move, I cannot move it.
Your Highness?
Something strange has happened here though. The Shieldwood has suddenly mysteriously taken hold of this province. Oh! These units were in there a minute ago, weren't they? So they have actually been able to take over.
Your Highness?
Okay, cool. I was a little bit worried the Let's Play was going to end here because I'd never be able to take Calcitharak, and I don't want to reset again the turn count. I would have been able to get around it by cheating, though. The most annoying thing now, of course, is that this army is completely stuck. And this army, which is completely stuck, contains all of my priests!
Your Highness?
How will I ever beat the Gorgon without my priests? That will be very difficult, to say the least. But I'll do what I can. I'm going to switch on the sources now to see where we've got them at least. Can I hire any new priests? No. And, well, these are all the regions that are left to talk to, so... Oh, he's been smart, he's led a lead line from... No, not that smart, because this is on a level 5, so he needs a lead line from there. From Sage's Fen. Down there, or else, to rule up those sources. Let's do a little bit of a quick espionage, just see. Yeah, still got an awful lot of money and a good deal of regency. Assassinating away these troops, that'll never work, it'll take forever. My best, my elite, my necessary army is completely stuck in there. I don't really know what to do. But
Your Majesty?
Not your
yes,
troops.
these
Yes,
are my
Regent?
troops.
Your Majesty?
Send in
Your Majesty?
a bit more to hold in
Your
there.
Highness? Your bidding, my liege? Your Highness?
In fact, Sears
Your
hold
Highness?
is not my most essential. What I should do, let's see. Oh,
Your Majesty?
oops.
Your Majesty?
These guys are also stuck, are they? He can't have sent all those guys in there that quickly. They're probably stuck in there as well.
Your Majesty?
So both my good armies are completely bogged down. Stuck. Bugged out. What am I gonna do? I'll think of it for a bit longer, I think. But the first thing I'm gonna do is I've got enough money. I'm got almost 1,000 gold bars after all. So I'm gonna do this quality wise. Muster more knights, and then Alm's Reft, archers and knights. 6 would maybe be enough.
Yes,
Oh,
Regent?
there's a Chaos Army in there, I didn't see that.
You're bidding, my liege?
Okay, I'm starting to get a little bit impatient, so I'll just... I'll raise some Treywood or Lorraith or something troops. Like that.
Your Highness,
them up.
consider it done, my Your Highness.
It's
Shall
8
be done. Your
units.
Majesty?
Suppose I should... Do we have Southmore? Yeah, a few more Southmore archers.
Your Majesty?
And then...
It shall be done.
Charlotte, are you capable of moving there without getting stuck?
Your Majesty? Your wish? is-
Wow,
Your Majesty?
you impress me. Now, please use the roads, will you?
Your Highness? Your wish is my
Move
command.
to Crushing Rock.
Your Majesty?
This is 9 units or something like that, so if I muster in Crushing Rock... I've mustered for almost 100 gold bars now, but this is a force to be reckoned with, I should think.
You're bidding, my liege? You're bidding, my liege? You're bidding, my liege? You're bidding, my liege?
And
Your Highness?
I'm going to use these as an attack of his head, just not absolutely decided where.
Your Highness?
Not metal, I don't think. I think,
You're bidding, my liege?
Not your troops.
Your Highness? Your wish is my command. Your Majesty, Your Majesty.
Sage's Fen is an interesting avenue of attack. Holding Sage's Fen at least. If you start marching on Elf's
Your
Eyes.
Highness?
Oh yeah, I've got a
You're bidding, my liege?
bunch of units there already that are quite good at...
Not your troops.
bidding?
Yep, I think I know
Your Highness?
where I want to send them. At least some of them. How many troops can I...
Your Highness?
Oh, a lot. There's only five units or something in there.
Your Majesty?
Your Highness? It shall be done.
Phew!
Yes, Regent? Of course, Your Highness. Yes, Regent? Yes, Regent? Yes, Regent? Shall be
Pull
done.
you into
Your
Elf's
bidding, my
Eyes.
liege. Of course, Your Highness.
Your Majesty?
Do I
Your
keep
Majesty.
these
Your Majesty?
also in
Your wish
reserve?
is
I
my-
might.
Your Highness? Your wish is Your Highness? You're bidding, my liege?
Your Highness?
And then, what I'm going to do... Yeah, there's a lot of troops, like provinces I can invest now.
You're bidding, my liege? Your Majesty?
Your bidding, my liege.
Let's invest Sage's Fen, shall we? Oh, we can't! Why on earth can't we invest Sage's Fen?
Yes, Regent?
There's no sensible reason why we shouldn't be able to.
Your Highness?
Can invest more as everything else. has a skeleton in Plumbago.
Yes, Regent? I hear and obey.
Let's muster some odd. No, I don't want to muster archers. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna muster.
Your bidding, my liege?
Oh, let's send those guys in there.
Of course, my
Plain
Your
and
bidding,
simple.
as you wish.
Your Majesty, I hear and obey.
Not your troops.
Majesty, of course, my liege.
Just to get rid of that
Your Highness,
silly skeleton before it starts
Your Majesty, as you wish.
doing terrible things. And then I really hoped I would be able to investigate this because they've got no units there now. But I suppose it's what happens at the start of a turn that counts, sort of. So I can invest metal, elves, lives, seers, hold. Even Zapdig. Oh, considering he's already got troops in there, investing Zapdig just might be a bit of a priority. It'll create a ridiculous border for me to hold, of course. Nonetheless, that's what I'll do. It'll look ugly, but just to mess with them as much as I can,
Waiting for an appointment.
I'm gonna do that.
Succeeded.
Because that means even if I'm forced to pull out of there, for example, now, I still own the province and I can move in there even without having to declare war on him. I think I'm going to try and fight him though. We should be able to pull out in there. It's going to be Knight's Charge.
Yes. Your command.
It may certainly fail. They have an awful lot of Knoll infantry, which are very tough units.
Done. Yes. Consider it done.
And they've got skeletons.
Command. Right. Your order. Right. Your order. Right.
Regent, by your command.
Your order. Done.
Regent, by your command.
Your order. Yes.
Yes.
I'm
Consider it
trying
done.
to line up my archers behind my knights so they can shoot,
Your command.
but
Your command. By your command.
I often miss a unit, and the most crucial thing is it has to happen quickly so that before my knights take too much damage. Like that. So 4 of them died, the rest ran away, hopefully. Yeah, they're moving over there to the Gorgon himself. Me versus Chaos and Alan's Reft. I should probably do that to make sure they don't
Regent, consider it done. Regent, consider it done.
do something strange and retreat.
Regent, by your command.
Order. Yes.
Your command. By your command.
I do outnumber them by more than 4 to 1, so I should just be...
By your command. Archers at the ready. Archers at the ready. Your command.
We have more.
There we go. And in Plumbago, the single skeleton unit that they've got in there, I'm going to use the same tactics, of course.
Done. Your
Actually,
command.
not quite. I'm going to use...
Yes. Consider it done. Your command. Consider it
deploy my knights, primarily, even though they're not the ones I want to do the fighting, because
done. Consider it done.
there's
Regent.
21
Surgeon ready. Your command.
knights
By
per
your command.
unit of knights, whereas only 15 archers per unit of archers. So I'll overwhelm more effectively on the battlefield with knights than with archers, which makes sense, I suppose. Talion declared war on Rove. Duh, I don't care. Oh, they're causing mass destruction, not for the first time. Go away, Tegus. Go away, Ilian.
It's your turn.
Eleni and Avenel are at war. It's not good. Because what are diplomatic relations to Eleni? Well, we're at full allies with Eleni as well, so that doesn't mess up our alliances or anything. Okay.
Your bidding, my liege. Your Majesty. Your bidding, my liege.
Has the Gorgon declared war on me? No, he hasn't actually. I think in that case, the next place I want to...
Your Highness.
Oh, first I should... Shouldn't I? I'm thinking of moving some of my troops around these guys. Certainly the guys
Your
down
Majesty,
here.
I hear and obey. Your Majesty.
I don't really need an awful lot of them.
Your
It
Highness.
might be nice to have one other archer in this
Consider it done,
spider
my
folk,
liege.
because
Yes, Regent? Yes, my liege.
every
Your
now and
Highness.
then a chaos unit shows up in there.
I hear and obey.
Otherwise,
Your bidding, my liege.
oh,
Your Highness, I hear and obey. Your Majesty.
okay. I was worried there was some sort of enemy unit in there.
My liege?
Your Majesty, your wish is my command. Your Majesty, of course, my liege.
I don't know, I've got a few reserves in here
Your Highness,
that I can
hear
do
and obey.
something
Your
with at
Majesty,
some point.
Of course, my liege.
And next move, invest. The Gorgon isn't doing an awful lot. He's letting me... He's got all these armies in there, but he's not really doing a lot now. He's letting me take away his lands. I'm hoping... Well, there's really no reason why I should. Except perhaps that he's realised that it's just not... It doesn't really have... Well, saying that it doesn't have a chance isn't right, but there's not that much he can do about it. He should counter-attack at least. He should declare war and attack me. I honestly don't know why he doesn't do that. He's got all those skeletons in there. He should counter-attack. Go away, Rob. Go away, Midori, not swearing fealty. Okay. Can you offer me something better? A bit of tribute. Oh. Okey-dokey. It's casting mass destruction all the time. Go away, Talani.
Succeeded.
I think I should reinforce my army in Sage's
Your
Fen.
turn.
Ah, definitely should. He's moving. He's attacking Sage's Fen now. That's what he's doing, of course. He's not.
Yes,
Ooh,
Regent?
that's the Gorgon himself. That is. That'll be hard to stop.
Your Highness?
Be very hard to stop that without, especially without my
Your bidding?
best army in there. Yeah, he doesn't really need to declare war, he just needs to move into his own territories and counterattack my invasions.
Your Highness? Your Highness?
This is a very powerful force, but it's only one force. And I do have, well, I have spent about 100 gold bars this turn, but there's one trick I haven't used yet. Braithinder. Where's Braithinder? There it is. I think it is time to raise the most expensive unit in the game. Elven Cavalry.
My liege?
They're nice. Extremely expensive. They've got a missile rating of 4, which is not as good as Elven Bowmen, more or less the same as human bowmen. Melee rating of 3, they move very, very quickly. So they don't fight that well, especially not for being so extremely
Your Highness?
expensive. But since they are very expensive,
Yes, Regent.
they're not too bad if you
Consider it
auto-calculate battles. Now, of course, against the Gorgon himself,
done. Your bidding.
uh, he'll wipe the floor with me, obviously.
Your Majesty. I hear and obey. Your bidding, my liege. Your wish is my command.
Your Highness.
I'm gonna do something I very rarely do. I don't think I've ever done this before, in fact, but I'm gonna try it at least. I'm gonna try and beat him
Yes, Regent?
by auto-calcing and then fighting with sheer force of numbers.
My liege?
Stuff like elite infantry isn't too bad.
Your Highness. Your wish is
Dwarves,
my
as we have seen, are excellent.
Your bidding, my liege.
If you,
hear and
when you
obey.
auto
Your
count
Highness.
battles,
Your Highness. Your wish.
it's gonna
Your
shred
Highness.
these guys like paper,
Yes,
though.
my liege.
Your bidding,
Your Highness. Your wish is my command. Your Highness.
He really is gonna tear through them.
Not your troops.
Your Majesty. It shall be done. Your Majesty.
Consider it done, my liege.
Your Highness.
And I really can't send any lieutenants,
It
any
shall be-
lieutenants,
Your
any
Highness.
priests in
It
there
shall be
because
done. Your bidding, my liege.
Your bidding, my liege.
well, mainly
Shall be done.
because
Yes,
he's
Regent? As you
his
wish.
source
Your bidding, my liege.
means he
Of course, Your
can,
Highness.
doesn't really have to
Consider
tear
it
through
done,
them.
my
He can
liege.
just blast them with mass
Your
destruction.
Majesty. Of course, my liege.
Let's see. I can also look at Elf's Eyes and Zaptec, for example. These are terrible units, but they don't cost almost anything, and they're close by at least. And I'm just gonna auto-calculate anyway.
Your Majesty.
Your Highness, consider it Regent. Yes, Regent. My liege. Yes, Your Highness. Yes, Regent.
Yes,
I'll do
Regent.
it.
So I've got one army composed almost purely of dwarves in there.
Your Highness.
Massive amount of dwarves and stuff in there, and I'm starting to fill up a third force.
Bidding?
Your bidding, my liege.
Yeah, while we're at it, you know, what can we muster in Seer's Hold, for example? Turning the Gorgon's old subjects on him now. While I'm at that, I might as well muster in... What can we, let's see what we can muster in these new provinces that we've taken. Elf's Eyes, we've already mustered goblins. Seer's Hold, Jog Warren... Just goblins. Well, I can do some cavalry. Motile? Nothing, just mercenaries. Oh, nothing at all. It's interesting. I wonder what kind of... Could that be a dwarven province then? Abattoir, goblins, Pelt, goblins, Stone's End, obviously goblins. Look, level 2. Pelt is level 2 and it'll let me muster goblins. Motel is level 2, it will not let me muster any goblins and it will not let me muster any humans. Does that mean it's a dwarven province then? I don't see what else it could be really.
My liege.
Goblins are terrible units, but they are cheap. Especially the archers.
bidding, my liege?
Regent? Consider it done. Regent?
It shall be
My
done.
liege? Consider it done. Your Highness? Your Highness? Yes, Your Regent? Consider it done. My liege?
Let's
As
see.
you wish, Regent.
Your Majesty.
Elite infantry.
Yes, Regent?
Is also
Yes,
fairly
Regent?
decent when you auto-calculate.
Your Highness? Your Highness?
Your Majesty.
Basically because they're relatively expensive.
It shall be done.
Regent? Yes, Your Highness. Regent? Consider it
Your
done.
Highness. It shall be done. Your bidding,
Okay,
my
I have
liege.
3 forces there now.
Your bidding?
One relatively small
My liege?
and terrible. 2 big and decent ones against the Gorgon himself. I will most likely lose. I will most likely lose this, but I should check on his source as well, just to see that he hasn't ruled them up. No.
Yes, Regent?
Right, can one of my lieutenants do something? Well, there's one thing that I completely forget about. That'll help my monies. Should set up some trade routes. Set up whichever trade route I have the biggest chance of getting to work. Azorian to Spiderfell? Fine.
Succeeded.
Like that. And then invest. I think I'll invest in metal. He will then have to declare war in order able to get down to Sears Hold, for example.
Succeeded.
Go away, Rove. Okay, he's getting straight against our one of my good armies. I will not command the battle, I will watch them get slain. But they wiped out 14 of the Gorgon's armies. So now it's my poorest army against the Gorgon alone. And I will not... Actually, I will of course I will command this, he's alone. And he does have somewhere to retreat to, doesn't he? Yes, he must have, because he just marched in and I haven't attacked him at all.
Who bet you? What do you want? By your command. Your order. By your command. What do you want? By your command. What do you want?
And I'm gonna
What do you want?
beat him by sheer force of numbers.
What? Yeah. What do you want? By your command. What? By your command. Right.
Orders? Consider it done.
Yeah, I've got 135 troops on the battlefield, he's got 21. He of course blasts my goblin bows, but then has to retreat. Let's hope he does. Yeah, it retreats back to Sunder Falls. So,
Majesty, as Chamberlain, my task is to inform and advise you of the political and economic
I
state.
know that. I'm gonna save. It's 10... what is it, 44 now? No, 45 this time. And I hope you'll join me for the next turn. Until then.